Hello RC community, and welcome back to the channel. Again, it's been about a month since I put up a video. Last video was the Fantech soldering iron that I showcased, and going through a bit of the ESCs for the 24 scale. And as you can tell by the thumbnail, we're back in kind of into the 110 scale stuff, being spring and all. Spring was on Thursday, it's now Friday. I thought I better get this video done with the build that I just finished, and let you see what I did here. So this is the Element Comp Fox rock crawler kit, Artful Dodgers chassis design, I guess you would call it. So I'm a big Element fan. I like their stuff. So I decided to pick one of these up and build one off and see what I can come up with in this thing. And it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. We'll go through it here piece by piece, basically. Not the whole thing. It is what it is. It's Element stuff mostly, but yeah, it's a pretty nice kit. I liked it so much I bought a second kit. So I'm going to be building another one. I'm not sure how I'm going to run with this one. It does come with the portal axles. It comes with those awesome Element shocks. They are amazing, and I'm pretty impressed with how they set this thing up. Links were a bit of a pain in the butt. The book, of course, is not the greatest. That's the one thing Element needs to work on, is getting their instructions and their assembly books a little bit better. They tell you to measure the links out and go to by what they told you to measure by, and I'll tell you, it wasn't right. I had to change all the links once I got the axles mounted. Everything was out of whack, so I had to do all the different link changes and stuff to it. But yeah, so we put the JConcepts Warlock body on for this one. It was in stock at my local hobby shop, so that's what I grabbed. The next one, I've got an anvil, JConcepts anvil on order. Again, everybody seems to be out of stock of those, so I've been waiting probably a month now for it, and my hobby shop still has not got it from their distributor, who is still waiting for it to come from JConcepts. So they must be behind. They must have sold out and sold a ton of them things. But anyway, so this is it. I love this kit. I haven't driven it out in the coulees yet, or on the hills, but I just kind of finished it up. Went with a different motor, ESC, than I normally would, with the helps of Josh over at Jem's Hobby. Got me connected with this motor and ESC combo, and I'm glad he did, because I really like it. He's also been helping me get the ESC programmed a bit, because it's all kind of new to me, the Escape 32 or AM 32. It's all kind of new to me, so he's been helping me out a little bit there, because he's got some experience in it, and he knows what he's doing when he's setting it up. So I still got some setting to do on the Escape for the ESC, programming it a little bit. I think I got to change some of the settings there, and Josh and I are going to go through that together and see the difference. So I gave it a run today just to see how it goes. Did a bit of a wall crawl, climb to see how that motor reacted, and it's a slow crawl. I'll show you that later on in the video. I'm not too worried about making this a long one. Like I said, it's been a while since I uploaded, so I want to go through what I did and what parts I put on this thing, from the wheels to the tires to the ESC. Mostly it's stock, except for those electronic pieces, because it's a kit, so it doesn't come with wheels and tires. Just comes with your basic chassis with the Stealth X transmission, which I really like. I should have grabbed my book and brought it closer to show you the difference in setting up the overdrives in that tranny. Most of you that are Element fans know how to set that up. So it's got some options there, and I'll show you what I did, which option I went with. And hopefully it helps. If not, then we'll take the tranny apart and change it up, or I'll just buy a second tranny. I think I just might order a tranny kit just to have a Stealth X on hand, but I do like it. So body post in the back. This came from, I would love to remember the channel, but I did not design these mounts. But I stole it from him. He put them up on Cults, I think, or it might be Thingiverse. I'm not sure where I got them from, but they work perfect for mounting the body, and it's on a hinge system. Works great. I'm going to try and figure out a different system for so you don't have the pins in the hood here. It's a really nice system. I do like how he designed that. So I might do this design the same for the anvil body, or I do have the JConcept Power Wagon on order also. So I haven't decided which one to go with, because I don't think I'm going to see the anvil for quite a while. So on the next build. But this one is ready to roll. I've got plans for the next build. We'll kind of briefly go over that when we get to the end of the video and what my plans are for the second build. I was pondering straight axle or the portals again. I think I'm just going to stick with the portals. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll build a third one with straight axle. I'm just not sure yet. But I do like this setup. So what we put in here for a motor is the Sequre 3625 1800 kV Sequre motor. I'll tilt that up for you guys. I've got the DJI Pocket on tripod right in between me here, right in front of me. So if I bump it, I apologize, because it's right on top of me. So yeah, so we got the Sequre motor in there. It's nice, fits in there perfect. The ESC is over on this side on the rail, on this slider. Pretty much easy wired up. I did shorten the motor leads from the ESC. Like, there was so much wire hanging, it was looped way up into here. So I desoldered them off the board and trimmed them down, and then resoldered them back onto the board, so that I had less wire coming off of the ESC. Seemed to work better for me. It was easy enough to do. You just unsolder them, solder them back on one at a time. Not a big deal. I do have direct power going into the plug for a direct power servo, which I have the Reefs 777 brass. I went with the 777 brass edition to get some weight up front. That is an amazing servo. My first Reefs. I don't know why I didn't buy one sooner. Maybe because of the cost of them in Canada. Freaking outrageous, but well worth it. I've actually ordered a second one. The brass one again. I ordered that today actually for the next build. Yeah, so in there underneath the tranny, you've got a angled skid plate on here, and it's Delaron, and really nice flat area in there. I don't know if you guys can see that in there. Right about there, I would say. I've got the 3-channel receiver for the Spectrum for my rugged. It tucks away nice in there. This slider is for my battery, so I have lots of room to move things around if I have to, but no need to. I'm happy with the way I set it up. I'm running the currently I'm going to be running the 1500 mAh Z 3S. It's 120C. So got a couple of those. Perfect fit in there. Nice on the rails. Doesn't affect any of the wiring or any of the movement of the links. What else can we cover? Yeah, that reef servo, guys. Oh my God. I'm sure a lot of you have Reefs. That 777 is amazing. I'm really impressed with that. It's a direct power. So I just wired a JST plug into the battery plug instead of putting it on the balance plug. I didn't bother ordering that piece from Reefs, from my local hobby store. I just direct powered it in. So I just soldered them onto the ends. I took the cap off there and just soldered. And the XT60 comes on the Sequre ESC, so that's awesome. And it's the actual cap size style, so you can pull that cap back and it expose the post, and then you can solder on your JST plug for your servo. Yeah, so if I flip it this way, you can see that ESC. The ESC is 70 amp. It does have a BEC on it. I believe it is preset at 5.5 volts, but you can, I should have done a video on this thing, but there's a few out there on YouTube right now, the video of this ESC. So I'm sure you can find one very easy on how to solder. There's pins on the back of this. It'll show you on the back side. I've got it taped down now, that you can solder these connectors to get 6 volt, 7.4, I think it's 7.4 or 7.2, and you can even go up to 12.4 by soldering all those pins together for your BEC that's built in. But I went direct powered. It was recommended to me by a few of the guys that do a lot of the comp crawlers, that just recommend going with a direct powered servo. Then I'm not worrying about the BEC or adding a secondary Castle BEC or a Reefs BEC to it, and it works perfect. we'll plug the battery in and show you that servo just at the end of the video. Links. So the links on the Comp Fox are a little bit different. It was new to me. So you have your rear links. Of course, you got your uppers and your lowers, but your uppers are high clearance links, but they attach to your frame, to your chassis rails on the inside, very, very close to your drive shaft here on this side. I was a little worried about that, but it does clear. And your bottom links, of course, go to your skid and back down to your axles. So a little bit different there. And the fronts are completely different than what I'm used to. So they are really bent. I don't know if you guys can see them in there. The angle of that skid or that link. And it is attached. Let's go to the other side where there's no wires. So a little bit of pain at the body when it's jumping up and down like that, but it works. I do like that setup. So there's the link. And it's angled this way, comes off underneath the servo, of course, from the servo tray, right off the top of the pumpkin, and it comes to the outside of your chassis. So that's a different setup for me. Hopefully that way you can see that angle in there. There's that angle. That's a huge bend in there. But like I said with the links, when I put the links together, I followed the instructions and the measurements that were on the instructions. I used my micrometer. I made sure I had the right length. And when I put them on, like they were barely, maybe about half to 3/4 thread into the link end. And both my front and rear diff were just at an angle that was just out of control. Like if you look at the rear, it is angled downwards a lot. You can change that by changing your portals, by pulling out your portal and clocking it back a little bit to get your axle a little bit more straight. But the idea is to get your portal straight as possible. So that's what I had to do in the front. I had to, just let me get that plug out of the way so I can close the lid. So in the front, to get my portals more up and down, they like this diff in the front was bent right back underneath also. Like it was just at a horrible angle, and it was because the links weren't measured correctly. So when I redid the links, I took all the the links out, pardon me, and threaded them right down to the end of each, like right end of each rod end, and that straightened everything out. So if you do this kit and you've never done these kits before with these links and you've never done an element, just make sure that you thread your links all the way in. Their measurements are out to whack. They've got to really work on that. But once I did that, everything fell into place really well. Like the links were so bad that my rear drive shaft was falling apart. And because of the angle that the rear axle was at, it was just unreal. The front wasn't as bad, but it was still the same. So I've got it pretty much set up, I think, the way it should be now. Like I said, I haven't tested it yet. I can't wait to get it out and test, but we're going to get it out there soon. So you got Deleron, like I said, really nice flat skid plate, completely flat. Nice mounting holes inset in there for your transmission, and it is the Stealth X transmission. You just have a little bit of a different motor mount. You have the gold motor mount pieces on there, which I really like. I think it looks good, and it mounts up easy. The Sequre motor mounts up very, very easy. Running the stock 14 pin pinion, so no big changes there. I left it stock with the 14 that came with the kit. Yeah, what else can we talk about? Wheels and tires. Tires are the JConcepts Ruptures. I really like them. They have the stock foams. I have trimmed the stock foams a little bit on the inner part of it at a bit of an angle. Not a whole lot. I do like the stock foams. They seem to work good on the type of terrain that I have here in the coulees in the Badlands in southern Alberta. They seem to do well, so I haven't gone with any other type of insert at all in any of my rinks. No 3D printed, none of those other inserts, the Enduro ones. I haven't gone to any but stock foams in, especially in the JConcepts. So we'll see how they work. Maybe eventually I'm going to have to go with something different, but they are soft, but I do like how they react. The wheels are Meus. They are, I got another set here. They are freaking nice. They call it the coffee color. These are really nice, but what a system. So these can be set up as, I'll show you the other set that I have. These can be set up as dualies. They give you all the items that you need to set it up as a dually, and they can be set up in two different negative for your negative offset. So right now I have it at the normal, and I think I should have went with a deeper offset to widen the truck out. On the next build I'm going to do that, because I do have another set of these with different spokes, I guess you would call it. So yeah, these are the Meus. So yeah, this is the other set I have. So you can set them up. They're actually a 6-piece. There's a little tiny ring at the back that puts everything together, and it's not the back of the wheel that clamps everything together. It's at the back of these holes right in here, and they're all scale nuts. All the bolts and everything are scale, so they have the scale head on them. So it's a long process. I swore and cussed putting the first couple together, and then I kind of got the hang of it. But yeah, I really like these. I got these off of Amazon. I think I paid $70 or $65 Canadian off of Amazon for these. I ordered both sets at the same time. I really like them, and they have brass inner rings, black brass inner rings, to give me a little bit more weight. So that's that. What else can we talk about on this sucker? Weight is 5.6 pounds. I did post an Instagram post on what the front and rear percentages were. I think it was, if I don't have my Instagram in front of me, but I think it was 57.43 or 53.47. I can't remember, but it was pretty good. I think it's riding a little high with the portals. My plan for the next build is do a bit more of a droop on it. I'm going to try this the way it is, because I do like those Enduro or Element shocks. They're just amazing. It's not socks, they're shocks. I really like them. I have them on the Gatekeeper also, the Gatekeeper kit that I built, and I really like how they perform. Like, I've got really good articulation, not too bad at all. But I trimmed the body to a different set of wheels that were a little bit more offset, -10 offset I think they were. So I think I'm going to have to do some trimming again, because I'm going to get some rub, but I'll just have to probably take that fender right off, the fender piece on the Warlock body. I just left a little bit on there. Yeah, painted that with the Proline polycarbonate paints, airbrushed, put the Canadian flag in black in there, did a little bit of black highlights here and there. I think it turned out pretty darn good. It's not my best paint job with an airbrush, but I like how it turned out. And that is the pewter, the Proline pewter paint. Where are they? I got them here. So yeah, it's your Proline. Yeah, they put the decal on upside down on this, the dumbasses. But it's the oh yeah, I got it wiped off from shaking the bottle. There it is, the metallic pewter. Oh, sorry guys, there we go. The metallic pewter is what I used, and just they're black. So I made a paint mask with my cricket of the Canadian flag, stuck it on the inside, painted. I taped off all the windows. It's kind of hard to tell that all the window trim, but it is black. All the window trim was taped off so that I could get a nice black window trim. I taped off the grill at the front, so it's solid black. I guess you guys can kind of see that. So I taped it off, so this is just all black. Those are the screw that hold the front mount, the swivel mount on. Other than that, guys, I don't know what else I can go over, but it is a nice rig. I love it. I love the build of it. The instructions need to change, of course, Element again, but I do like the rig. I like it so much I bought a second one. It's sitting right here beside me. That's why I've got the second set of wheels. And the kit is really good. Comes nice packaged in the box. That's a brand new kit waiting to be built. I got another set of Ruptures. ready to go for those wheels. They do really well, and the megalithics do really well on my area here, on my dirt and rock and shale and crap in the hoodoos and in the coulees. So I like them, so I'm going to go with them again. My shop had a set in stock, so I picked those up today also. And I was, like I said, I was thinking straight axle on it, but I think I'm going to go with the portals. I do like the way the portals sit, but on the next build, we're going to change the shocks. I've got a set of 90 millimeter Desert Lizards that I'm going to do full droop. Set them up as a full droop and see how they go. Sorry about the computer coming alive. Something just popped up on my screen there in the background. But yeah, so we're going to go with the Lizards on the next build. And that'll give me an extra set of the Element shocks, because they're just amazing. You got to, the thing about these shocks, make sure your cap is snugged down good without pinching the seal that's there, because they will leak. I found that if you don't snug it down an extra little bit, you're going to get leaking out of there. They don't leak out of the bottoms at all. Use your green slime and everything, putting them together. I use the associated green slime for all my seals. I think I've got that sitting there. So if you don't have any of that, get yourself some of that. Any grease works, but I've always used this green slime from Associated. Yeah, green slime, you get it in this little container. Like, I've had this a long time, and it's sticky shit, but look at, I've got tons of it left in there yet, and I've probably had this thing 3 or 4 years. I do build some shocks, but not a lot. They usually come pre-built, and if I have to take them apart to rebuild them, then I'll use it again, or if they're leaking. But yeah, this stuff is good. Get yourself some of that. I'll get a close-up of that. It's just simple green slime. It's Associated Electronics, number 1105. My hobby shop has it here, so I know they have it, so I can get more when I need it. But like I said, I've had that 2 or 3 years, and I still have tons. So yeah, so that's the shock setup. I'm going to go with the next one. I was going to do it on this one, but I really like these shocks. So I want to give this a go as a stock truck, basically, with just my choice of motor and servo and ESC. I want to give it a go as stock, see how it works, then adjust it as I need to. Maybe get another set of Lizards and do this one also, but we'll see how the Lizards work on the next one. How many minutes are we in here? 20 minutes into the video. Yeah, so that's it. That's my build of the Enduro Comp Fox. It's been out since September 2024, and I just got one. Well, I've had it. I've been building it for a few weeks now, so maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I got the kit and started to build it, and waiting on the motor to come in and stuff. And like I said, that Sequre, you can't go wrong for the price. It is cheaper in the US, so if you're in the US, I think you can get the combo kit for like $120 on Amazon. In Canada, you can't get the combo. You got to order them separate. So the motor cost me 65 Canadian, and I think the ESC was like 90 Canadian or $89 Canadian. So still, like, for $150, you're getting a really nice system. We'll get the battery connected here for you. Where's my radio? Oh, and I did some playing, so be prepared. I've been learning, like I said, the Escape 32 software, so I thought this was the coolest thing ever, so I did it to mine. We'll get her plugged in. I've got I'm hoping you're hearing that. I think you can hear that. So I've got the Star Wars theme song when you plug in. No on-off switch, direct power, so as soon as you plug in the ESC, you're powered up. Yeah, so I've been playing around with with everything, and the 32, the Escape 32 software. So let's just stick that in there for now. Give you an idea of the slow crawl. So it is freaking nice, and it's quiet. Like, it's very, very quiet. So I haven't really changed too much in the settings yet. Josh and I from Jen's Hobby are going to go through that hopefully tonight, and I'll make some changes and see. But like, look at how slow that is, and the transition is nice and smooth, and that's right out of the box, guys. I haven't made any changes except for I reversed the motor because when I put it in, it was going in the reverse. Even if you change the wires around, it was still doing the same thing. That's all I've done, and added some new tunes to the motor startup. And off you go. So yeah, it's pretty good. You see a little jumpy there because there's no weight on the drive shaft in the front. But I do have the overdrive in. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you that overdrive. So yeah, very, very nice slow crawl. Just creeping along. And it found throttle neutral for me as soon as I plugged it in and bind it to my receiver and radio. It was good to go. I didn't have to do any of that. Yeah, so really good, even on reverse. Nice slow crawl. So really nice system. I do like it. I can't wait to get it out and see how it does. It's only 1800 kV, but I think that's plenty. And of course your Reefs servo. That thing's a speed demon. 777. Lots of torque. Steering angle, I haven't set up my endpoints perfectly yet, but this will give you an idea of your steering angle for those portals. People are asking that. I think it's around maybe 42, maybe 44 to 45 degree, which isn't great, but it isn't bad for a portal. It's not too shabby, but I might play around with that and see if I can get it a little bit better with the endpoints and stuff. But yeah, that Reefs servo is just a beast, guys. Love it. Really fast. Way better than your Amazon build that I've been buying over the years for the trail trucks. So yeah, so there's that. Forgot about that. Go over that. And you just unplug and you're done. So yeah, that's the Fox. I will show you that in case any of you haven't done a build with the Element. So there's your manual. There are a few other videos out there of guys building these things and going through the manual. It's a basic manual. Like it gives you everything you basically need, and this is actual sizing, so you can take your screws and put your screws on there if you don't have a micrometer to measure them. This is 1-to-1, so that helps. So you get all your main screws in there. But what I don't like about these builds is they don't give you at the back an exploited view or your parts list. You get the part numbers in here. In each of the gates, they use gate instead of step. So in each gate, you get the part numbers. Like, for your stealth transmission, you get the part number 42027. Okay, great. But if you're needing a part, you have to go through this. But with Element, most of the time, you can get all the gears as a part. You can get these metal gears as a part, but each part isn't separate. You have to buy them as a set, I guess. But yeah, so it's not bad. Pardon me, but the transmission can be set up like here. They show you gate 2, put your tranny together, and then they give you option 1 at the bottom here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So option 1 tells you which gears to get your first option of overdrive, and I think it's only like probably 10 or 15%. But if you go to the back of the book when you're coming to your last, so if you haven't built these before and you're at that stage, you go to the back of the book, it gives you all 3 options. So no overdrive, overdrive option 1, or overdrive option 2. I put overdrive option 2 in here, which is what I'm hoping is like 20 to 30% maybe. I don't know. It doesn't tell me what that percentage is. I could figure it out with the gear ratio, I guess. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so I went with that one to start on this one. We'll see how it works. Maybe I'll just go with option 1 for the next build. But yeah, so that I wanted to show you too. So that's it's the booklet for putting it together. There's your links. Tells you what to do with your links and your measurements. Like for example, 154.5 millimeter, right? End to end. I did that. Yeah, no, don't do that. Put your links all the way in. Put a little bit of grease on those threads. Put your link ends on all the way in. And then if you have to adjust out from there, then you can adjust out from there. But I had them at the length that they told me. And like here, 144 millimeters from end link to end link. And it just did, things were not right. So I had to fix that up. And I think somebody else building an online video of building it did the same thing, mentioned the same thing. So there's not very many, it doesn't take long to build, not very many sections to building it. It's just first time, you learn. Second time, you know what you're doing, because there are some mistakes in the booklet. But the second one will go twice as fast for me because I know what I'm doing with putting the portals together, how I'm putting the links together. It'll be a lot faster. So anyways, guys, that's the first Enduro Comp Fox from Element build in the books. That's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that and got something out of it, or at least seen how I built mine. We're going to do another one. I don't think I'll do another build video like I have in the past. I don't get a lot of views on those actually building them. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll do that for the next one. There are a few out there walking you through each step, sort of, kind of. Not the way I used to do it, like actually doing it in front of you. So the videos were long and made into different parts. But if you want that, let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll do that. I don't know when I'm going to start that next build. I have it. I got to order the motor ESC, and again, I'm going with the same setup, I believe. I do have a Fusion SE 1800 and the 1200 on the shelf that I could put in there, but I think I like the small factor of this outrunner and that it keeps the weight low. But we'll see. We'll see what I'll do. Maybe there'll be a third one in the mix. Who knows? I do really like these. Again, I'm in Canada. My distributor for my hobby shop has these in stock, so that means I'm not paying that 25% tariff on these yet. So I did pick another one up actually today, and who knows? Maybe next week I'll go grab another one because he's got 4 or 5 still in the shop. Just because of those tariffs and how much I like the setup of this and the tunability and the things I can do with it. Straight axles, different axles maybe. Yeah, I just like it. So carbon fiber chassis, you can't go wrong. It's Artful Dodgers. You get a nice decal sheet with it. I don't have that handy, but yeah, it's good. I like it. And thanks guys for coming, and thank you to all the new subscribers over the last little while. I just keep creeping up. Every couple weeks I get 1 or 2, 3 or 4. It's my own fault I'm not uploading videos, but thanks for those that have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, please think about it. It's free, doesn't cost you nothing. I mentioned that at each one of my videos. You know, it's free, doesn't cost you a darn thing. Just help the RC community out, and subscribe, keep us going. And so that's that, and I'll thank everyone that has subscribed, and like I said, everyone keep your wheels to the ground, and we'll see you at the next one. Cheers.